Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma. In case you haven't met yet, go ahead and put hashtag pajama in the comments below. So now it's the first time you are catching my what's she up to now or being exposed to the Pajama Grandma, because I might be an acquired taste. Not a huge acquired taste. Oh yeah, I'm a huge acquired taste. Who am I kidding? I'm definitely a huge acquired taste. And I am 100% unapologetic for that. I spent a lot of years being who I thought the world thought I should be, and being and playing roles and filling roles. I guess they're just roles, different roles and activities that I believed that I had to do to be a good mom, to be a good wife, to be a good employee, to be a good, manager and leader and executive, and then to be a good business owner. All those different roles had me behaving, and I was always me, but there were a lot of elements of me that were shoved down and weren't allowed to come to the surface. Number one, I didn't think it was okay to share how I thought and felt and the things that I believed about certain things. In all my businesses thus far, and I think it's still a good philosophy for me personally and for my businesses, it's never about politics or religion. Politics and religion are two things that we just don't bring into the environment or into the business because, and this is my own personal belief, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. We all get to believe what we want to believe about politics, about religion, really about everything in the whole world. But those two subjects seem to be so emotionally driven that they actually would cause problems at work. I remember early on when I started really in on the Italian food manufacturing business, it was a very polarized group and everybody had super strong opinions. So we had Democrats, we had Republicans, we had religious people, we had atheists. And people would get into discussions about their beliefs, and instead of respecting one another's opinions, kind of like you see go on Facebook these days, sometimes it would turn into a free-for-all. When people are disagreeing, they're not working while they're talking. They're disagreeing, they're stopping to make their point and make their argument, and stuff just isn't getting done. And to me, that's not okay, because I am an industrial engineer by trade, and that means efficiency and effectiveness and doing things in a smart, efficient, and effective way is really important to me. So that used to drive me nuts. So early on, I just made it a thing. Hey guys, we actually had a meeting about it. We sat down and we talked about it. I said, here's the deal. Here's what I'm seeing going on here and why I don't think it's good for any of us. Number one, we all get to have our own opinion. Number two, it's really, really impeding our progress. The days that we get into discussions like this, it would actually drop our efficiency and our ability to get product out by a double-digit percentage. It wasn't just a little impact, it was a huge impact, because the things that we think about, the things we focus on, impact the things that we do. And so we had a meeting about it. We had a discussion, we had a meeting about it. Everybody got to share their thoughts and feelings about it. And we all actually agreed together that we just weren't going to talk about religion and politics and things that were really emotionally charged at work. Now, it wasn't, we would still, and we still did discuss and have a lot of awesome conversations about things we were passionate about and interested in and curious about, but it wasn't all focused on subjective things that it's perfectly okay for all of us to have different thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about, and it's perfectly all right. It doesn't impact how we do our job at all. And so there's things like that happen in our lives and in our businesses. So I am super excited today because I'm starting it was going to be a 30-day challenge to help people supersize their business. And then it turned out that it's going to be at least a 55-day challenge and probably more like a 60-day challenge. Now, I'm still calling it a 30-day challenge because I think the longer you make a challenge, the scarier it is to people and they just won't participate. And you can use that as kind of a filtering tool, kind of like I do Pajama Grandma, to only work with the people that you really want to work with and that are really ready to do the thing that you are trying to show them how to do for free, by the way. But it's going to end up being really long because I'm basing it, I'm basing it on, and I'm not basing it on, but I'm actually doing it alongside a cool thing that ClickFunnels is doing to share the stories of 30 people that if they were to lose everything today, what would they do step by step, day by day for 30 days to rebuild what they have if all they had was an internet connection and a ClickFunnels account. Now, ClickFunnels is a tool that you can use to automate and do a lot of things online. For my brick and mortar friends, it's what I'm doing right now to bridge the gap and to help bridge the gap. It's only one tool that I use to help offline brick and mortar businesses get online so that they can supersize their business. Because one of the quickest, fastest ways to supersize your business strategically is to get an online automated component wherever you can in the different functions and processes of your business. And I've gotten really, really good at that. So I'm excited about this tool because a lot of people don't know about this tool. We think that they do, and that only about 65,000 people use this tool. And there's 8+ billion people on the planet. Now, I'm not even contending that everybody needs this or would want this, but I will stand up and say with all emphasis and belief and wholeheartedly that every business owner could absolutely benefit from using ClickFunnels and having a sales funnel or an online presence for their business. I can't think of a business that wouldn't benefit from having some automated online internet exposure to whatever it is they're doing. And that's not even the topic for today in terms of what I'm doing with the challenge. But I'm making this challenge, it's really, really different. It's very different than any challenge I've ever done before. The last 30-day challenge that I did for supersizing your business was all about breaking down the process, the 90% that is science and objective of how you supersize your business, and breaking it down into little 30-day bite-sized pieces so that anybody can learn and implement and apply the process to their business so they can create whatever business they want. This one I'm doing, it's really different. The first 15, 16 days are all about you and different aspects of you and how you bring you, the 10% of supersizing your business that's objective, the part that makes it's actually the rocket fuel, because it's how you apply yourself and how you apply your thinking and your beliefs and your attitude and your mindset and your strategies to the process of supersizing your business. And you break that down in a really different way. So I'm almost more excited about this challenge because this is the rocket fuel to make it all work than I am about the last 30-day challenge. The last 30-day challenge was, how do you do the science part of it, the step by step, do this and repeat it over and over again, and you will supersize your business. The how-to, this is the how to add you to the process. How do you add your unique spin and the actions that you'll take to make it all work? And then 30 different people's, not just my strategies, but 30 different people's exact strategies of how they would do a 30-day plan to really start it off right. And then we're going to dive into each of those strategies. So I am super excited about this. It's very different, but I think it's the missing ingredient that a lot of people have. A lot of people understand the science and the process of how to grow and how to build a business. They've heard the strategies, they've tried the strategies. Some have worked, some haven't worked. But if you're not where you want to be yet, it is 100% because of the things that we are going to cover in this next 30-day challenge. So I'm going to share a little secret about my process. I heard about this yesterday. I decided I was going to do a 30-day challenge to go along with this because I'll do a promotion. I want everybody to get this book. This book is it's going to be a 600-some page book that goes along with this 3-day summit. So it's a 3-day free summit. But how many of us have 10 hours a day that we can just stop and drop whatever we're doing? And I don't even know what days of the week those are. I'll have to look them up on my phone when I'm not talking on it. How many of us have 10 hours a day that we could devote and just stop what we're doing unless we take vacation time from our jobs or our businesses to listen to 30 speakers? And then how can we possibly absorb all that information and retain that information in 3 days? We can't. So I'm going to encourage everybody to get the book. And you're going to actually want to get the book to go through this with me. Get the book, and then we're going to break them down. Every day I'm going to take one speaker and summarize on a video, a quick short video. It's going to be under 10 minutes. the key points and the key lessons learned from each particular speaker that speaks. Because I think that is the fastest, easiest way for us busy business owners to get the information we need in a 10-minute video versus an hour-long talk or reading a 600-page book. So that you can get kind of the Cliff Notes. Does anybody know what Cliff Notes are? Me. I used Cliff Notes when I was going to college. I don't think they even make them anymore. I think that there's some kind of a substitute, though. I thought I saw like these one-sheet cards when I was in a college bookstore last. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do. And then we're going to have 5 days of a summary of lessons learned and some strategies and how to implement those strategies, the strategies that work for you, into your business and supersizing it. And then we're actually going to have a contest. I'm going to announce a contest on probably day 55. 55, I'm going to announce a contest. And we're going to have a contest for supersizing our business and it's a fun contest. Don't get all freaked out and think, oh my God, because my business is so different. Yep, it is. And that's what makes it special. It's not going to be a contest based on strictly money or something, or strictly growth or something. It's going to be a multifaceted contest that gives everybody an equal chance of winning. So don't worry about that, because I'm all about all of our businesses are different. All of what we do is different. All of our processes of how we apply that process is different. And all of our results are different. Because if I only want to build a 6-figure business, me supersizing that is very different than John, who wants to build a billion-dollar empire. It's different. And the process is the same, but how we apply that process is different. And I want to make sure that nobody feels like, oh, that's, no point in even trying because my business is so different. So that's what I'm working on today. And actually, I thought about it yesterday. I actually thought of, while I was doing my videos yesterday morning, the idea for the first day popped into my mind. And that was, what's your past story? What are the stories you've been telling yourself in the past? And that's all you do is get a piece of paper out, write down some key notes of what are some of the past stories you told yourself in the past. I'm too young. I've been telling myself I'm too old for a couple of years now. And that's part of why I'm the pajama grandma, because I'm kind of making fun of being too old. We're not too old or too young to do anything. If we have the idea, we can make it happen. So just a collection of past stories that you've told yourself. It's too hard. I can't do it. And not just excuses, but I don't know enough. I don't have enough education. I didn't go to college. I did go to college. I flunked my college whatever course. Whatever stories and you've told yourself in the past, write those all down. And you don't have to go into them. You don't have to relive them. Just write them down and think about and tap into what are all some of the stories and things that I've told myself in the past. And this is going to be really important information down the road. But right now, we just want to start collecting all those stories. So that's day one. That's really, really different than day one of how do you actually physically supersize your business, the process. So I'm really excited about that. But I wanted to share my cheat process that all I did was I came up with that first idea. And then this morning, before I started my videos, I mapped out the other days. I just did it on a piece of paper. I'll transfer it to my 3x5 cards. And then each day I'll talk about whatever that topic is, because that strategy works for me. I just wanted to let you know how you create these things doesn't have to be super hard and super complicated. I just knew I wanted to do something. I knew I had to start an idea. I knew I wanted to do a 30-day challenge. I just said yes to myself. And I didn't say, I'm going to wait until September 16th or 17th to start. I'm going to start right now, because there's a whole lot of preliminary things we can do to get more value out of that particular thing that I'm going to teach people about and share. Because part of it, the secret is, I want to learn it too. I want to go through it and learn it too, because it's a really quick and easy way for me to learn 30 different people's strategies. And I'm all about learning and shortcutting strategies for the people that I serve. So to me, it's a great tool, and I'm super excited to take people through it with me. Now, of course, if you want to participate in that, I'll be doing a Facebook Live every day in my Supersize Your Business group. Well, I'll do it in my page, which is a public page. Just go there, search Supersize Business page, and you will find it. and just join the page. And every day you can watch the videos in there. But then I also have a group that you have to actually answer 3 questions to be a part of, and have to be wanting to supersize your business. So the group, again, you can search that. We're all grown-ups, we're all adults. I figure if you can't find the information for free on the internet, then you're not ready for the information. And that might seem a little harsh, but so many people aren't even willing to take that first step to get access to a free tool. And if they're not even willing to take a step to find out, without a link being provided for them, how to get that free information, then they're not the right people to be following and listening to me, because I'll be way too hard on them. I'll be way too in your face of, yeah, you got to do this if you want to be successful. And a lot of people don't want to hear the honest story behind things. You know, every overnight success, guess what? There's no such thing. There is no such thing as an overnight success unless you're born into a family that's super duper wealthy, or you win the lottery. And even winning the lottery, that's not an overnight success, because how many ever years somebody lived before they won the lottery, they were probably struggling. Every story you hear of someone that's succeeded, you only ever hear or see the tip of the iceberg. Even when people write biographies and tell all tales of their climb and their journey, it's still only fragments and bits and pieces of what they've gone through. We all have our own journey, and that's the most important journey in the universe. It's the only one that really matters, and the only one that really counts is your journey, your story. And that's part of why I'm starting off this challenge with stories, is because I think we underestimate the value of our stories and the life that we're living. Our life, our journey is a story, and that's why we like stories. Everything about our life is a story, and it's a continuously evolving and unfolding story, just like everyone else's. That's why you can never copy anyone or be exactly like anybody else. And you never really want to copy them. You always want to you want to learn from other people and model what they do that works, like habits and morning rituals and things. But you can never be them. You've never walked in their shoes the entire path. You've never had the same experiences. So you cannot be them. You can emulate people, and you can strive to be your best self and your best version of things that you model from them. But you never want to compare yourself to other people, because we never know the experiences they've had, the thoughts they've had, the feelings they've had. We never understand that. And even if you're twins or something, you still, even though you have a close environment, you're still entirely different human beings and different individuals. And that is what makes the difference in everything for us. So, stories. Excited about this challenge. Totally shared with you my process of how I decide how I'm going to do a 30-day challenge and come up with topics. And I just brainstorm them. I write them out. I might change them around in the order of them in a couple of instances as I put them on my 3x5 cards. And part of why I put stuff on 3x5 cards is as I'm delivering the content, I might change my mind about the order of how it needs to come out and how it needs to be delivered. Because how I first envision it will change over time as I'm delivering it, because I get feedback and information from people that are going through it with me. And then they tell me, oh, okay, this didn't make sense, or we need a little more information about this. And so it's not cut in stone. It's not carved in stone like the 10 Commandments. It's flexible, and that means I can deliver a better challenge to people based on the feedback and the information that they give me. That's it. I am going to go get to work on this. I've got a coaching student to talk to in a few minutes who I'm new and I'm really excited about. Go out and make it an awesome day. Whatever you're doing, find a way to be excited and curious about it. Just love your life and know that your experience it's really the only one that matters. And I don't say that in a screw other people way. I say it in the only experience you can really control in your life is yours. So make sure you're making it the best it can possibly be. And if you're doing that, you're setting the example for other people, which is the highest, best gift you can give others, including yourself. That's it. Pajamagram out. Have a fantastic day. I will see you tomorrow with another update and what I'm up to now, what's she up to now. And of course, I'm sure you're probably going to hear about the challenge inadvertently because I'm super excited about it. And I tend to talk about things that I'm excited about. That's it. Pajamagram out. Bye now.